Well, most of you are well aware that it is science fair season.
You said you were sending out your science fair season cards?
Yeah,
right
they're all in the mail.
That's nice.
So this is an opportunity for parents maybe to get an idea or two for science fair projects and some of the other ideas that are out there.
Yeah, and a word about that here at the very beginning. You know, over the years we have put our science experiments up at 9news.com and then this little thing called social media. So Instagram this last year, we put over 100 of them. So if you scroll through, but those are not science experiments, those are party tricks.
Party tricks.
Right?
Party
you have
tricks.
to turn them into a science experiment by changing it. So just dropping Mentos into Diet Coke, that's fun, but we know that's not a science experiment, although everybody calls it. But now doing Diet Coke, regular Coke, 7-Up, whatever it is, same number of Mentos, that variable that's there and asking the question is so important.
Okay.
This is one of those that's fun because you can kind of test a couple different things. We're going to look at brown cloud. It's hard to take gases and put them here in the studio, but we can do the same thing with liquids. Got it? So just to show you, if you touch the blue ones there, cold water, just out of the faucet.
Cold blue water.
This is, you could just use warm water out of the faucet as well, but I have to go clear across the studio to do that, and so let me just kind of fill this up. So this is our warm water here. So as Chris will tell us, our meteorologist will tell us what that temperature inversion kind of looks like. Oh, I think that's going to be pretty good. Good. So, is that feeling good?
Yeah, you're doing
feeling good. All right. So, watch what happens. If we, a nice summer day, the sun warms the earth, the air there starts to heat up and starts to move. So, if we have a cold layer that kind of sits on top, watch what happens. So, playing card goes here, turn the whole thing upside down.
Oh.
This is the hard part, Kim.
Okay.
So here we go. And now you just kind of line them up and you pull them apart and you kind of guess what's going to happen, Tom. What's going to happen,
First
Kim?
thing, this is something you do at a friend's house,
Correct.
not yours.
Thank you. Right out of the act. You took it right out of the act. I like that. Look at this. As you pull away like this, look at the mixing that you get. So there is the cold, and I'll try to tip it this way so you can actually see it. So cold on the top and the warm. So you get this mixing. That's not bad, right? So the pollution that's in the air, look at that. The pollution, kind of that warm goes up, the cool comes down. So we get that beautiful green that's kind of there, and you kind of see it that way. But in the wintertime, like when we're coming into to this right now, sometimes you'll have the colder air trapped in by a warmer layer on top, as our meteorologist will tell us, that called a temperature inversion. So now watch what happens when you turn this over here and we slide this on. Instead of getting that mixing that you see there with that hot air rising or the cold or the hot water rising in our example,
where they are.
Look at this. So now all of a sudden, you have this layer that's trapped right there. And if you take a look at it, you can start to see that green right in there.
Little belt.
There's your brown cloud. Wow. There it is. So it just kind of gets trapped in there. So a couple things. First of all, they oxygenate our fuels at this time of the year. Now they do it all year long. But it used to be, you know, they add the ethanol now. But we're seeing that throughout the year. But the second thing is that cause for daylight savings to be repealed, so to speak, is they want us driving when it's sunny out.
Right.
They want you driving when the sun is heating the earth, moving that air, so you don't get that layer of brown cloud sitting there. So I really like this. It shows what happens when you get that convection that's there, but when you get temperature inversion, watch what happens when it just kind of stays in place.
Nothing. It just stuck.
Just kind of stays right there.
How do you normally undo this one?
I'm curious
This is part of the issue, and so if you don't mind just sticking around, that would be wonderful.
That's
because
okay.
if you guys walk away now, I'm sunk. So I don't really have a plan for that. It seemed so good when I came up with the idea in the first place.
As
Don't
always,
bump the table, Tom.
Don't bump the
Do not
table.
bump the
I'm
table.
not going to do it.
Go
As
check
always,
out.
very visual and very cool.
Thank you. Nice. Go check out at Steve Spangler on Instagram. I'll show you a whole bunch of ideas you can turn into science fair projects.
Do it.